back, everybody.
Welcome back.
How's your life? Need
Um,
water updates?
yes, actually.
Jesus.
So what did I leave you off with on we had the big storm and the roof was leaking and the basement was leaking, and is that
Huh?
where did I leave you off?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, yes, those were all things. Yeah. Your neighbor, your downstairs tenant water was running into the front of their house. The thing was clogged. Your washer was exploding. Well, that was pretty easy. That was just the hose not being in. Your other house. Well, there was mold in your current house, and then there was something else in the other house. I don't know what that was. What was the thing in the other house?
The other house is I got a little bit of leak from the roof that's molding the air compressor unit that we're gonna have to get replaced.
Okay.
But it was the roof is what's leaking at the new house, like, into my son's room, and have a hole in the ceiling now. We have all these estimates coming for it. But so after we recorded, I had Friday off. I had trying to use up some PTO because I'm capped out in PTO. And I knew the guys said they were going to come over and be working at like 7 o'clock in the morning so they could try to get, jump on things. And I heard them downstairs cutting concrete at like 7:30. So I'm like, get woken up.
This is at your current house?
My current house. I'm wishing I could sleep in, but, I got all this work to do. And I hear like with these giant, ceramic saws.
So they're cutting into like the concrete where the drain's at.
Oh, sorry, not the concrete. They're cutting the rest of the tile. They're trying to get all the rest of the tile pulled out of the.
Oh, this is in your kitchen.
In the kitchen, so it's downstairs. Okay. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna be able to sleep in that long, but I'll try to sleep in,
amidst all the concrete cutting or the
cutting,
tile cutting. Yeah.
And all of a sudden it stops for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's stop. It's not. He's not been cutting for a couple of minutes. Maybe he's like at a point where he doesn't need to cut that much anymore. And I hear like dun 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 dun, dun running up the stairs. I hear somebody just going, Jeff in the hallway, and I'm like, yes. Do you know where water shut-off valve is?
Oh, no.
Shit you not. I come downstairs. He was running a sawzall through some of the subfloor to try to get the old pieces out that we needed to get replaced. And he cut into the water pipe. And water just shooting everywhere in the kitchen. It is soaking the now exposed ceiling to the downstairs tenant because, the subfloor is all out of there, and it's a pipe that runs in between like her ceiling. So water is just pouring into the downstairs like tenant's area. Okay. Right into her bedroom. And it takes us like 15 minutes because I knew where the water shut off is to the entire house, but apparently it's special tools that you need. We talked about this, that it's a special tool you need to actually shut it off. So I'm calling DC Water's emergency line saying you need to send somebody out here to get this water shut off immediately, like a contractor cut into a pipe, and it is just like going all over my house. And all he keeps saying is, okay, well, we'll shut it off, but we won't turn it back on. And
what the fuck does that mean?
Then that's why I said, I was like, I don't get it. Like, what are you talking about? I said, I don't need you to, like, I'm not disconnecting my water service here. Like, I just need you to come out and turn it off because it's like leaking everywhere in my house until we can get this under control. And he's like, yeah, but we just won't turn it back on. I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. And apparently, like, frantic, like, in the middle of this whole situation, of course, I'm trying to get answers out of him. He's probably all pissed at me for not knowing all the ins and outs of how DC Water works. But, of course, he works there. He knows it. I don't know this shit.
Yeah.
What he just means is that they will send somebody out to shut it, like, to come turn it off, but you can't just call them back to have them come back out and turn it on. You need a plumber will have the tools, and you need to hire your own plumber to come.
Oh,
turn it back on, which makes sense. Like, I get it when he said it, but he was just not saying it in a way that helped me understand it in the situation that I was in,
Yeah.
But luckily I said, wow, so while they get on the way, I don't know where any other like water shut off is. I do run down into the basement tenant area. It turns out she's at work, thank God, because she wasn't like, getting water like squirted all over, like, so I run to the front of her room, and I know the gas meter is inside a box in the wall.
So do you just have like a key, I guess, then, because you rent the place?
Yeah, she actually left. She leaves the back unlocked, which is like into our fenced-in yard, area. So she leaves that door unlocked, and she's told me that before I've ever needed to get in there, it's usually unlocked. So I just ran down there, like kicked into there, which was good because that's where it was like leaking into anyway. But this box that has the gas meter, apparently I never looked at it before, but there's a water shutoff valve in the corner of that thing that we were able to shut off, and it turned off water to the entire house. So it must be where it comes in from the street, like an interior one. So now I know where that's at. So that's
did
good.
DC water still come out?
No, I called them back and canceled them and said, we found the water shut off. You don't need to send them out anymore. I mean,
okay.
and they ended up having the thing fixed and patched within like 2 hours. Like it wasn't even that big of a cut, but it's when your single pipe is under pressure and you put a nick in it, it just fucking goes. It's, lots of water comes out of there. Yeah. Luckily, it was squirting like basically it should have just crumbled in over her bed. The ceiling should have just like caved in on her bed essentially. There's enough of a slant to where it went out. It literally all poured straight down to the window well and only pooled up in the window well and missed her bed. And then I went, and when we found it and got it shut off, I pulled all her stuff away from the wall. So it actually did so little damage to the house.
Nice.
It was so lucky, like water running for like 15 minutes that had like basically nothing, no real negative consequences from it.
That's good.
But
none of her shit got messed up either?
No, none of her shit. Like the carpet down there, which we're actually part of what we're doing, is it's getting replaced in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. So it's fine. But yeah, her stuff was saved. And I even like kept following up with her. I was like, check on your stuff and make sure. She's like, nope, my stuff's good. You guys like got it away from the walls. And I threw a drop cloth over it, like a tarp just in case too, right when we got it all under control. But it's fine.
That's good. Huh.
So that's been my fun week. So I've just been running around up here. We have to like move these hoppers, don't we? Isn't that what we were working on?
Yeah, I've been working on that. I didn't want to interrupt your story, but that's what I've been doing. Gotcha. Yeah, we need to send it over this way. Remember?
Yeah. Do we need more hoppers? I have 2 on me. That's all.
Yeah, we need that many, and some probably.
Too many.
Yeah, too many.
Too many. Is there a better way to do this than just doing hoppers, or is that probably the most efficient way?
I mean, you could do like you could do a dropper into like a water trough with ice under it or whatever, but let's just do hoppers. Yeah. It's easier. We got plenty of iron. We got an iron farm. So last night was the first night of Girl Scouts returning.
In person?
Yeah. And it didn't go well at all.
I mean, why didn't it go well exactly?
God, I had this neck pain, and it is so sharp.
Because of your neck pain?
I don't know why I have this neck pain. I know that you're making a joke, and no, that's not why it didn't go well. But boy, whenever this hits, it's like an extreme migraine at the base left side of my neck. Like not like at the shoulder height, but like basically where my neck ends and my head begins. It's just a strong. I have to like shut my eyes when it happens because it's just so strong.
And you didn't do anything that you know of.
No, like I said, I had this. It's been 5 years since I've experienced this, and it lasted 4 months. It was right around the time I was getting a divorce, basically, and I just decided because it went away, and I decided it was stress related, and I don't know why it's come back suddenly. Because I don't feel stressed about anything. I was stressed out yesterday about this Girl Scout stuff, but I haven't felt like overwhelmed by anything in a while. Everything's been really good. So I don't know why, but it hurts. Sorry. And it just keeps coming and going. It's been like the last 2 days. And when it hits, it's just like, so it fucked up my train of thought there. So, they've been planning the return of Girl Scouts for a while. It's not just our Girl Scout troop; it's the whole organization. The return of this year's troops, right? Like not just ours, all of them. And you made a bunch of hoppers. I made some too. You out?
We're probably going. No, I got 5 more, but we're going farther than this, right? Because we're going like halfway into this back area.
Yeah, we're coming into here, right? And then we need to make the thing you were making over there.
Because it probably wants to go. Yeah, we wait. Should we look at the top and see where this thing needs to eventually output to? Like what design we're gonna have up there?
Dahl messaged me and he wanted us to do the thing that we're doing right now. And I forgot to respond to him to tell him that me and you had planned on doing it. But I think I'm going to build the bar with him this week. And
Yeah.
so we just need to figure out where it comes
Yeah,
out.
we just need to figure out the location.
Right. Shit, I fell down here after going on back up here. So it's going to be somewhere.
So I keep forgetting that I have a cape. I don't know why.
1, 2,
or a cape,
3,
an
6,
elytra.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's 14 across in here. So there's not a middle spot per se.
Are we gonna be down there though?
No, we're gonna come up. I was just
Okay.
figuring out where the middle spot was here to make the hole, basically. But there's not a middle.
Well, I guess the question is, do we want? Is this the entire bar area, and then people are like partying up here? They're like, "Woo, go to the bar," or is like this like a separated VIP bar that we need the bar closer to the back wall?
The way I saw it, I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't care. But the way I saw it was it'd be like a bar that kind of went across. Like this is the bar top.
Okay,
Here,
and so it's somewhere behind where the bar top's at, though.
Yeah, like back here somewhere.
So, yeah, so
they
like
come up.
Okay, so basically against
Like
this
right
white
here,
wall.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's see, this is probably 12 across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So these two blocks are the center point. So either one of those.
We could probably just make it come up in both, right?
Good. Probably. I don't actually know. So yeah, you know, they as with any
I guess we have to move it to the side a little bit, but that's fine. I guess that's fine. We can come straight on down and make it turn.
Well, yeah, because you got to run into that dropper and all that stuff too, right?
Right.
So yeah, you know, been all these emails about what to expect and the guidelines, and you had to sign waivers and all this stuff, and so got all the paperwork and everything, and some of it was going to be signed there. So they were like, bring your own pin because we're not going to be sharing anything, we're not going to be touching anything. We're going to stay 6 feet apart. Everyone's going to wear masks all the time, and this is what you can expect when returning to Girl Scouts. And so I signed all the waivers and everything, and then I packed up a pin, made sure I didn't forget it. It's held at a senior center, and the senior center right now is not allowing anyone in. So you probably don't want to go that far with the hoppers because you want to build the dropper thing here somewhere.
But we need to get it into the dropper still.
Okay. I mean, I guess you can place as many hoppers as you want and then break them as you need to.
Yeah, well, I figured the dropper would face this way into the water stream it's trying to get into, right? I was trying to think, is that the right height or is that too...
Well, you're going to need...
Yeah, that is right.
You're going to need redstone and stuff too. So... it's held at a senior center. Sneeze coming again. I'm dying, falling apart here. It's held at a senior center, and the senior center is not letting us in right now. So,
so wait, you signed all these waivers and then you couldn't get inside?
Well, no, we're just going to be held outside, weather permitting, basically. And if the weather's not permitting, then there won't be a Girl Scouts meet. So it was like, bring a chair, bring water, you know, bring all these things, basically. So we got all prepared, we got packed up. I have a bunch of hoppers on me if that's what you're missing.
Oh, no, I was gonna go to the dispenser too.
Okay, I have a dropper on me.
Oh, dropper, perfect.
And I have all the redstone you used before. I have everything. It's just right here.
Well,
I got it.
Why didn't you just say I have everything instead of I have
all
this
your
one
needs.
thing that you might be looking for? You should anticipate, yeah, my every need, which you did, but you must tell me you anticipated such needs.
So we, you know, we pack our masks, our chair, our water, all these things, and we leave to go to the Girl Scouts. And I was a little weary, but all the things these weren't just from the Girl Scouts of America. This was also stuff coming directly from the troop leader and everything. Because like in the middle of the summer, we had to meet him at one point to pick up all her prizes from selling cookies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no mask usage or anything from these people. And so I was a little worried going, but you know, after they said what to expect and all, and back then there wasn't a mask mandate then either. So like
you threw these things at me. They're like floating out under the boat in a way.
That's
I'm like,
great.
none of these things are in my inventory, and I don't see them anywhere else. I just like slowly went under the boat and were bobbing up and down over
Uh,
here.
that's fantastic. So we get there, and I also just want to preface this, and I understand that when outside, you're less likely to spread it, right? Like I get that, because it's not lingering in the air instead of a
Impossible to
stagnant.
spread when you're outside.
Not going that far. I don't agree with that. Your adaptation of the science, but that's
And if your mask works, then don't worry about mine.
Jesus Christ. Please stop. Um, jokes around masks are no longer allowed. It's canceled. Oh, my neck. Oh, it's back. Oh, me, dude. Um, so we get there and no one has a mask on. They're all outside. I see like two little girls with masks on, and then like there's like parents getting the kids set up. None of the parents have masks on, and then like the chairs that the kids have set up are like touching. They're not any distance apart at all. And so I like text Crystal Fry and get out of the car, and I'm like, we just got here. I don't see any masks. And if I walk over there and there's no masks and there's not going to be masks, we're just leaving. That's just what it is. So we walk over. I got a little chair in hand and everything, and they doing the paperwork and stuff. And they're like, "Oh, hi, good to see ya."
Not wearing
And
masks.
no, not wearing a mask, and I'm keeping extreme distance and everything. And I just cut her off because she's like, "You guys go ahead," and I'm like, "Where's the masks? Where's your mask?" And she goes, "Oh, we're just gonna distance tonight," and I'm like, "Oh, we're just gonna distance back at the house then, if that's the case." And she just looks like I've slapped her. And
But I don't understand why they made you go through this like rigmarole of signing waivers, like saying that you would like wear masks and stuff, if they weren't going to even try to enforce it.
I'll tell you why. Because that's the requirement for Girl Scouts of America. Like the organization is requiring this, but these people are fucking troglodytes that don't follow any of these things. They're probably anti-maskers all the time. Um, the Girl Scout troop leader works at an elderly home, so like she should know this shit, right? Um, but it's her sister that I'm talking to at this point, and I'm like, and she's like, "Oh, well, we can put on masks if that's something. Who do you want to wear masks?" I'm like, "I want
Everybody?
everyone to wear
Like,
masks."
yeah, what the fuck do you mean? Who do you want to wear
Yeah,
masks?
like I think she was asking, like, "Do you want just the kids to wear masks? Or are you expecting the adults to wear masks too?" And I was like, "I want everyone wearing a mask." And she's like, "Oh," and then she just like looks around and she calls her sister, the main troop leader, and she's like, um Apple's dad has a problem with the way we're doing things. And the main troop leader's like, well, what's the problem? And she's like, I guess we're gonna have to wear masks.
I
And
guess we're gonna have to wear masks.
yeah, and the troop leader's like, oh well, I mean, I guess so. And I was like, listen, I don't want to inconvenience you, man. We can just go home where we know it's safe. And she's like, no, we'll accommodate. And then she goes, sorry, everyone. Apple's dad is going to require you all to wear masks.
Wow.
And so the kids all get
sorry, she's allergic to peanuts, so nobody can have any peanuts.
Right. Meanwhile, my daughter's just there kind of devastated because now she's been called out in front of all her like little peer group or whatever. Not even just her peer group, the older kids, because all the Girl Scouts are meeting here. It's the brownies, the ones, the daisies, the higher ups beyond that. I don't know what the fuck cookie they're called after, or flower or whatever. But anyways, and then the parents just look super offended. Some of them get up and leave.
I forget that you're like what they're leaving because they have to wear masks now. Like, is that the
Maybe they didn't have them. I don't know, but they looked at me like I slapped their kid, and they get up to leave. Meanwhile, the woman that I had just been talking to is going around putting the masks back on the kids because everyone came with masks, I think, and I think they just took them off after they got seated. And again, I understand that outdoors it's less likely to be spread, but you know what? It makes it even less likely to be spread if you wear a mask. So she makes such a to-do about it, and she's going around, and the parents are huffing and puffing. And so some of them stay, some of them don't. Like, we're expected to drop the kids off and leave. But she's like, okay, well, you need to sign this, the other thing I need to sign. And so I walk up and I'm like, oh, crap, I left my pen in the car. And the woman goes, "Oh no, don't worry about it. Just use mine. Everyone else has been using it." And again, I know touching these surfaces and stuff, it's less likely I can wash my hands. It's not like I'm instantly going to get it through my skin or whatever. But she had told me to bring my own pen for this purpose, right? And I had brought my pen. I just forgot it in the car. And so my first thought in this case is, if this is the stance you're taking already on night one with the trading of objects, how are you going to treat the sanitization and the sharing of objects for my daughter when I'm drop her off and she's here alone and you're the only adult to supervise her? And I was like, no, I can go get my pen out of my car. And so I do. I go get my pen out of my car and I come back and I sign the stuff. And my daughter's just kind of stood away from everyone at this whole point, waiting on me to get back and set her up. And I set her chair up and everything away from everyone. And at this point, everyone does have masks back on again. The parents are just staring me down like I am a total fucking asshole. And I know my daughter just feels like a pariah at this point because of the fact that she got called out as, you know, the child of the dad who requires people to wear masks. You got going on here? That's not going to repeat down, buddy. That doesn't connect.
Shit. Let's go one more. You're right. I need to. Hold on. I just need to do this.
So I didn't sit there the whole time because, you know, you were expected to kind of drop the kids off and leave, period. But I wasn't going to do that, especially this being the first night, and I didn't trust them to do the right thing anyways. So I sat around for half of the meeting. The meeting was only 45 minutes, and I probably sat there for 20 minutes just kind of supervising to see what transpired and what was going to go on. The troop leader, the woman that works in an elderly home, had put on a mask and her nose was never covered, not at one point ever during any of this. So she doesn't even know how to wear a fucking mask. I mean, who knows what kind of safety the elderly people that live in her home have. Every time a kid spoke throughout the entire meeting, they took off their masks to do it. Except for my daughter. She's the only one that had any mask etiquette and knew how to constantly wear her mask as she was supposed to.
I mean, and I understand it when the kids don't quite get the etiquette and take it off at inopportune times. Like, I get that happens.
Sure, but there's an adult present that's supposed to be monitoring and maintaining this.
That's where oh god damn it. This is exactly what I wanted to do, but I forgot I needed to move it over one first. God damn it. That sucks. Yeah, the fact that the parent, and I'm so curious what those parents are going to go home and like, you know, complain about with each other or their kids, or even like the stories in the future for their children. Can you believe that one time that guy made us wear masks? Like,
right. I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, I text all this to Crystal. I was just losing my fucking mind because I was hoping for like some input from her, and the only response I got was crap.
Crap. Well, I mean, honestly, in that case, though, you know, she's not really in a position to do anything about it there either, right?
Yeah. No, I know. But I mean, I kind of told Crystal, I was like, I don't want to ever come back. I don't ever want. And I've had problems with these ladies in terms of role models from day one. You know, I don't want to. I'm not gonna fat shame them or anything. They're very, very large people, and they only eat at McDonald's.
I'm not gonna fat shame their fatty fatness.
I mean, I'm a fat person. I know I am, and some of that's probably related to my diet. It's mostly related to my exercise because I think I have a fairly okay diet. But these people, it's 100% related to their diet and their lifestyle choices, and they're just not role models in my eyes to my kid. And everyone could do better. Like, I'm not trying to say I'm perfect or anything like that. But I view Girl Scouts as this sort of thing where it's supposed to be kind of a role model for the kids, right? And I don't view these women as that. Not just because they're overweight. Overweight's not to do with it. It's their lifestyle choices that is a result of their unhealthiness is why they're overweight. And I mean, just everything. Like whenever we go to pick up cookies from their house, their mom's in there smoking, chain smoking, and the cookies just stink. And you know, you put them in your car, your whole car smells like nicotine. Just everything about these people they're just trashy people. And I've had a problem with them since the start. I've recorded like solo videos or streams and stuff where I talked about just these people in general. And now this too, like I'm just so over it. But like they're the only troop for my daughter's age in the county. You're not required to go in your county. She used to be going to a different county before Crystal moved so far away. But this has just happened to be in the middle of the two of us. But like at this point, I'm just so fucking over it, and I feel so bad for my daughter because she wants to be there. She wants to be in dance. She wants to
Right,
be in
right.
school. Like, you know, school's going back to in classroom stuff. Next Monday is the start of that, and like I got the voicemail about it at night, and she overheard it, and she's like, "Man, I really wish I could go back." But I mean, I just see how all of these people react and are treating all of this, and no one gives a fuck. It doesn't seem like, and it's just so frustrating.
Well, I think this is it.
Okay, trying to break that with fish.
We might have to do. I'm not sure when we actually put water in here if it's going to try to pour out over this comparator and take it away, or if we're gonna have to start the second part of the chain one block up. Then everything's kind of gonna bubble into one. But I don't know if you understood what
I don't,
that
but
was
I'll
saying either. But
understand.
I think it'll make sense when and if it happens. I'm worried about because we got two chains going, so both of these we need to be water lines, upper draft, right? Is there a way to block this, or is this comparator gonna go unless we start it higher?
Yeah, we could start at one block higher, right?
Okay. Yeah, we should be able to start one block higher. But we need to.
I mean, the items aren't going to move over to there.
No, that's what I'm wondering if it is it just always going to be one block high and that's it? Is that really all it's going to be? Or one block wide? I mean, is there no point in making it 2 blocks wide? Because
I don't think there is a point, but we can anyways. Excuse me.
Block these in and. Do we put like
do you have a bucket?
Yes, of milk, and there's an empty one.
We could just do it one bucket at a time, and then it won't matter.
Okay.
It's more tedious, but do the bottom one first.
That's going out.
Oh.
Should we?
Well done.
We just both clicked at the same time. Okay, so there's that. No, we should test it, make sure it works before we keep going, right? Put like one item in the chain, and then.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Make sure it actually like.
Well, are you
going
to finish these hoppers?
Well, we can just put one in the back of the thing and just make sure it kicks out. Because remember, we have to add a delay to it too. Because the way this is gonna go, it's if you do them too quick, it'll stay triggered. But if we add a delay to it, it should kick each item out.
It doesn't work.
It didn't do anything. Why didn't it do anything?
This did not go in the hopper. It's in the. I mean, it didn't go in the dropper. It's in the last hopper here.
Ooh, did I not turn this the right way? Is that why?
It looks turned the right way. Does it? Can it only go down into the hopper?
Yeah, does it only go on one side? Oh shit. Maybe it can only go in the back then. Which that's fine. We can fix that. I was not expecting
just test
that.
it. Stick a hopper on the back and test it.
Yeah, well, I can just go like that, and then that should solve that problem, right? That is now stuck there too. What? Can you not go to the back of a dropper at all? It's got to go to the top?
I don't know. I thought we tested this though, to be honest.
Did too.
But maybe we were coming in the top. Try going in the top.
I guess that's fine. I just have to rebuild it. No, it doesn't even go in the top.
Oops. We tested this.
Yes, we absolutely tested this. That's the whole thing is set up like that. Like, the whole sorting system. Yeah, this whole thing does that exact concept.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it still work?
Oh, is it a 1.16.3 update?
I don't know. Actually, no, it's not the whole setup. There's no hoppers going into droppers.
Is it always droppers going into hoppers?
Yeah.
But you've always been able to pipe into a dropper. I'm waiting for a response. Be like, no, idiot. It's never been able to do that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I would have thought so. Yeah, me too. Do you think there's any bugs? Let's see. 1.16.3. Hopper not pushing into dropper. I don't see anything. And anytime recently. Do you have any other droppers still on you?
No. No.
Because so do the droppers lock? Because the way this works, hold on, is it's got a redstone signal underneath the dropper right now.
Oh, is there a lit redstone torch under there?
Yeah, do I have to have that back? Do I have that backwards? But a lot these shouldn't.
It might.
Yeah,
be
I guess it did lock it. I guess that wasn't right anyway. I needed that, but I needed another. It needs to be inverted one more time. I'm doing this like in not the most efficient way. There's no question about that.
That's just us. Jesus Christ, it's been 31 minutes?
31 minutes. Hold on, let me see if I can.
I legit seriously thought we'd been recording for like 5.
More efficient here. I mean, I had to do my whole story about
I didn't think my
water.
story lasted that long. I didn't think your story lasted that long.
Oh, I just lost a lot of redstone. Shoot. That's going to make this difficult. Well, let me throw this back together when we're off camera, and we will.
I've grabbed your redstone. There's only 2 pieces.
Yeah. This. There we go. That. God damn it. How did I get too much pressure? Can't do it. Can't make it happen. And then this goes there. Okay, that's right. That's what it was supposed to be. Okay, I just needed to invert the signal. I didn't know you could drop or lock the droppers, though. Today I learned. Okay, so now, in theory, it should work.
It didn't work.
No. It didn't fill it again. Now it doesn't have a... It has a turned off redstone signal.
Well, now this hopper's locked because it's got a redstone signal in the block underneath it.
Okay, so I do need to go back to putting this in sideways again.
Mm-hmm.
Which would have avoided that in the first place, right? Which is the way I had it. But now it should work. Put something
I think so.
Yay!
We did it.
Dude, in the most efficient way possible.
Absolutely. There's
People
no
are going to be
comparison.
copying this design for years.
They'll be updating Minecraft and people will roll back just so they can have this design.
You know, this is where I actually should have used that excuse me, that observer block instead of all this redstone junk.
Oh, really? I have the observer on me.
Yeah, I think we could. But if it works, it works. I don't want to mess with it. I mean, it's very simplistic. It's just...
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed.
I also hope you have enjoyed this redstone tutorial. With
Redstone.
redstone tutorial.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.